What's going on, everybody? I got another Marvel Snap video for you because I just love this game. But I'm a little bit under the weather, but I thought that won't stop me. I'm still going to make a video because we had special things happen yesterday. We did the video, we didn't get anything from the collector's reserves, but as you can see next to me, I now have a tumor. On the stream afterwards, the next reserve that I opened, I believe, was a tumor, so we were able to play with a tumor. Some really fun decks that I played with. He's a great card. But that's not what this video is about, because we had 6,000 plus collector's tokens. I was going to be able to buy a Series 5 card if one popped up in the store, and lo and behold, we got Thanos. We've got the Infinity Stones, they're into the gauntlet, and I'm ready to use Thanos, one of my favorite supervillains. I love these stones, by the way. I got them from Disney. Don't have the gauntlet for them, but maybe that's my next purchase, because then they like light up and stuff. But yeah, really happy to get Thanos. As you can see, I've played with him a little bit already. But what I want to do in this video today is try out some of these decks that either I've built or I've found and see what's good, what's not. Is Thanos actually viable for climbing on the ladder? Is he just a bit of a meme? Is he fun? That's what we're going to find out. So let's jump into it and we'll see which decks are good, which decks are bad. If I lose with a deck, I'm going to move on to the next one. So I'm going to start things off with the Cerebro Thanos deck. I've been using a lot of Cerebro decks lately because I had M'Baku and I want to make M'Baku work, so I was chucking him in Cerebro decks. But I feel because you've got a lot of one-drops here, because you get Infinity Stones, if you don't know how Thanos works, essentially you get 6 Infinity Stones and they are all of a 1 cost, and most of them are 1 power, except as you can see the Power Stone here is 3 power, which could mess this deck up a little bit. But anyway, let's see how it goes. And as I said, if I lose, we move on. If not, maybe we could just keep this going and keep climbing the ladder. But opening hand, we don't really want to play the Power Stone early. And Electra isn't doing much here, so we're just going to pass. Limbo Go Down is usually good for a Thanos deck, I would say, because, you know, it gives you time to draw all the stones, also to be able to get Thanos out of your deck. Another thing with Thanos is most of these stones actually are draw mechanics as well. We can go through them here. So there's Thanos. And there's the Power Stone. Never mind, you can't go through them. But most of the stones are draw mechanics except the Power Stone. But the Power Stone is the big one. Power Stone is what gives Thanos its power. It's an ongoing effect, so it happens wherever he is. You just got to make sure, of course, you don't get countered by an Enchantress or anything that might stop the Power Stone from working. Right, so we can now begin things. Psylocke or Black Widow. I guess we're not doing much with Psylocke next turn, but I kind of like getting the energy. But at the same time, we're just going to Black Widow. Because our hand isn't that great, let's just disrupt their hand a little bit. Now, we'll see whether we get the new location. No, we don't. So there is a location at the moment whilst I'm playing, which is when you play a card on that location, it gets destroyed, and you get +2 energy for the next turn. So there are a lot of people playing destroy decks at the moment, and also I'd say Thanos decks are pretty successful with this location too. Okay, so where do we go from here? Cerebro, not really what we want to play at the moment. Electra can take down Deadpool, but that just benefits him because then we're destroying things for him. So perhaps we're just playing Psylocke now. We could get Cerebro down just to utilize our energy a bit here, but then you are vulnerable a little bit to counter. These are bad locations as well because we get rocks. Okay, I'm just going to get Cerebro down. Mainly just for energy use and because our deck isn't great at the moment. I'm expecting him to play like Carnage or something here. Widow's Bite and Carnage. Yep, there we go. So now we've got our first stone that we can actually play, the Time Stone. Draw a card, next turn you get +1 energy. So pretty good, except, again, our hand's still not particularly great right now. But now everything is going to get buffed by Cerebro that we play with 1 power. So Cage, Psylocke, and Time Stone are all going to get buffed. Again, I'm so reluctant to play here because I'll be shuffling rocks in my deck. Also, I've just seen I've completely left my my backdrop unfinished because earlier I did take out the Infinity Stones. I'll get them back there. They go back to where they are. Thanos isn't going to steal them just yet. Right, so let's get Psylocke down. We can't lose power with Cage. So actually, this is going to be good for us. I've just realized that this location, even though Jotunheim looks bad, because we've got Luke Cage, anything that does get anything reduced is going to get buffed back up as soon as we play Cage. So we can lure him into a false sense of security a little bit. Now, I don't think my win condition is going to be stones here. However, it might just be general power across the board with Cerebro. Also pretty good that he's played the Killmonger there, because now that means that we're not going to be too affected. I don't want to get the Power Stone down. And again, our hand is still pretty flat. I think that's all we're gonna do for now. There is a possibility we could utilize Elektra to kill off his Deadpool on the last turn if we're behind on the last turn. But then we'd have to guess where the Deadpool's gonna go. So we'll get 2 more stones down. We're gonna leave the rest of the board open just for what else could happen here. But this hasn't been the best of hands. Because I had to play Cerebro earlier, we're not going to get the chance to do Cerebro into Mystique to get the true buff. There's his death. We are going to draw a lot here now, though. Those dastardly rocks, huh? Wow! Rock after rock after rock. That's what happens when you're playing that. Okay, is there any way that we can win? So we could try and snipe his Deadpool with our Elektra. I feel like he forgoes right. I feel like he Deadpool's left, right? Even though we're ahead there, his Deadpool's built up quite a lot. I think he Deadpool's left. We don't play a Power Stone anywhere. We could try and Green Goblin something. So we go up to 9 if we move one of these stones over. Alright, we have to hope that... We have to hope that we snipe Deadpool middle. That's what we're hoping for. We didn't get the snipe on Deadpool middle. It was left. However, he Zola's middle. We get the snipe. And then we lose on tiebreaker? Or do we? Yeah, I think we lose on tiebreaker, right? So close, though. It's a great effort. That is a great effort. I feel like the hands were against us, but rules are rules. That means we move on to the next deck. Right, so next up we've got Destroy Thanos, which could be a good deck with what's on at the moment. The fact that we've got that location that does destroy things, and it could really help out the deck. But that's whether we get the location. We didn't get it last game. Quite sad we didn't get to play more of the Cerebro Thanos deck. I probably will try it more off stream, but alas, that's the challenge that we set, and those are the rules we have to stick by. So, we'll get the Space Stone out early to get some card draw here. I could disrupt it with Hobgoblin. Yeah, I'm going to try and compete with it. I could... Oh, okay, maybe I can't disrupt it now. I thought maybe he would just play 1 card. We'll see what he gets from Lockjaw anyway. This is going to be big for him. Jubilee pull actually isn't the worst for us. Infinite is a pretty dreadful one. Black Widows to disrupt me. And then gets Iceman back. That is beatable, that location. It is beatable, but I don't think we're going to have time to beat it. Beat it! Beat it! So we probably play Widow's Bite here if we're giving up middle. And then we Hobgoblin right. To just try and kill him off right. And then we're going to have to fight for left. We don't have much to fight to left with, if I'm honest. Captain Marvel's a bit annoying because that's a 12 that can just move wherever. And yeah, that's... Unfortunately, again... That's going to be another deck down the drain. And we're going to be moving on to the next one. So we're 0 for 2 at the moment. Out of 2 decks as well. Hopefully things get a little bit better. Right, next up on the chopping board is a Ramp Thanos deck. We've not had the best of games so far. Maybe those two decks work great. Who knows? But we finally get the hot location. Again, this deck probably does benefit from the hot location with the stones. So we'll see whether now we can start putting some wins on the board. But this deck is about, you know, getting Electro down. Probably getting Electro down on Altar of Death would be good. And then just playing big things. You've got Lockjaw. We lost to a Lockjaw previously. Maybe Lockjaw can now help us win a game. So the Mind Stone usually has me pretty confident because it draws 2 more of the stones. Great for card draw and for things to use as well here. We're going to get a lot of energy. Oh, Sinister London. Could be big for us as we get to our big boys a little bit later. We've got the Reality Stone to get rid of the Altar Death at the end of the game if we wanted to. So let's... Soul Stone and Space Stone, but then we'll Sunspot in the middle. But I'm actually just going to get a body. I'm going to get some bodies down. Get some bodies down now while I can. Losing the Reality Stone's a bit annoying. But not the end of the world now because we've got some power here on the left-hand side. I can Electro get in a lot of energy again. This is looking good. Alright, we've got a lot of energy again. We can just play big things here. Do we want to double Hulk or do we want to double Doom? I guess we double Hulk. Or maybe we play Vision because then we've got the ability to move Vision left if we wanted to as well. Yeah, I think that's what we go for. Hella's pretty scary. It's hella scary. Sorry. Wow, he is just destroying my deck right now. Do I get 1 card to play? Okay, at least we get 1 card to play. This is still potentially winnable. So we Dr. Doom. That's going to give us 5s across the board. So where it'll give us a 5 there. Depends where he goes. It's definitely going to give us a 5 here. We're giving up middle, so I'm going to move Vision right. I have no idea what he's going to play next. Well, he retreats. Okay, so we get a win on the board. I was a little bit scared when Hela came out there, I'm going to be honest. Alright, game number 1. Successful with the ramp Thanos. See whether we can have similar success here. So Sunspot onto Sinister London seems like a nice opening here. Because we can just get some stuff down. Strange Academy is always an annoying one. I'm even tempted to change that because I hate it so much. If we are going to Electro here, then we don't have the means of destroying it at the moment. So we may be forced then to just play card after card. Because I can Magneto him back, and then I move over the Vision. We're giving up left, but I think we're always going to be giving up left. Plays Killmonger. Doesn't matter. Alright, we just win, right? Nice. 2-0. This deck having a bit more success, so that's good. It's not just going to be a video of losing. Thank the Lord. Unless we were to get anything that could boost things up there, but we don't. But I think that might be okay here. We have a lot of energy, but unfortunately not too much power to put on. We probably just Ronin and leave it like that. I don't think I Vision. I could Vision across and Cyclops. Never mind, he retreats. Okay, so we're 3-0. He Doc Ox, which pulls things on which are going to get replaced by Lockjaw. And it's probably going to be 2 stones. Oh no, wait, Lockjaw only activates when you play a card. Okay, so that's big. I'm feeling pretty good. We snap, we play Electro. We play Magneto. Another O. So we snap, we play Magneto, and then I think we maybe win again. We do. He retreats. It seems pretty strong. My only worry is we've got a lot of our big cards in our hand, so that means we've got a lot of Infinity Stones in our deck. Dr. Doom, though, that's a good pull. We like that. I quite like moving his Warpath now, because then that gets rid of the value. Because if he's just going to ignore right here, then we ruin his plan by playing Magneto. And we get vision back, so that's not the worst. And we go into the last turn, where Vision can move if he wants. I'm sure he's one middle, you'd have to imagine. So it's left we're probably fighting for most. I don't know. I'm going to go left. Maybe it's the wrong 50-50 here. It's a tough call. Let me know what you would have done. Bucky into Carnage. I can't do quick math, but I think it's tight. I think we win on tiebreaker. Ooh. What does he play? We get Hulk. Dr. Doom is winning us. Right. Wong. This is scary. Double Dr. Doom is even more scary because that loses us the game. Does it? Oh, wow. The Odin as well. That definitely loses us the game. Well, you got to give it to him. When you talk about having the nuts, that is the literal nuts. And I was saying how Dark Dimension doesn't really affect me and how I play, but it plumbing well helps his entire game because we couldn't play around it whatsoever. Right, we move on over to a bounce Thanos deck. Now, I don't have the cards that probably make this deck quite strong. I have seen this deck floating around from a few people, but I'm going to try and make it work with the substitutions that I've made. I could Spider-Man right here and hope he doesn't play more than 5. Which isn't the worst idea. Just because it stops him playing next turn anyway. He Professor X is, so that's good because our Spider-Man plus the Quinjet beats Professor X, so we've won right bar any sort of buffs, but we do have buffs of our own. We have Blue Marvel. So this is pretty good. We Blue Marvel, we Quinjet, that buffs up Bishop, that buffs up Spider-Man Quinjet. He retreats. And we are 1-0. Because maybe he plays like armor into Deadpool in the middle. So we probably Shang-Chi right, Reality Stone middle, and play the Rock middle as well. Just to give us a little bit more power, because that gives us 2-3 power there. Although, why would he play anything there? Is the Rock power on the right going to be significant? 5, 8, 11... It could be. It could be significant. Let's go with that. Let's see what happens. Does he just commit completely right and he's just trying to win on tiebreaker? Does he play like Dr. Doom or something? Oh, cards here have 5+5 power. Zola. Ouch. Zola beats us. Zola wouldn't have beaten us had it had hit Killmonger. So we lost a 50-50 there. Which is a shame, but that's how the cookie crumbles. I was fairly confident there as well. On to another deck, a Dino Thanos deck. This one is got several different win conditions. Obviously has Thanos as a win condition, has Devil Dinosaur as a win condition, has, you know, just buffing things up through Blue Marvel and Kazar, like Zoo style, and then you've also got Professor X, which could be good with this location. Well, not this location, but the hot location that's on at the moment. Turn things into the Hulk. Well, I guess we take a Hulk. We could do with a stone here, because turning stone into a Hulk would be quite nice. There we go. Mindscape is pretty annoying. Do we turn Cosmo into a Hulk? We don't want to go too heavy on the Hulk situation. Cosmo could come in handy because he's playing discard. We'll take 3 Hulks. We'll take 2 Hulks. It's good that we did play Cosmo then, because it means at least we're tied on the Hulk front. So essentially the first 3 turns of this game were completely pointless. After turn 4, destroy. Right, the safe play is just to probably Green Goblin middle here. Could have Green Goblin left, but that's a little bit more risky because there's only 2 locations that are free, whereas this one's got a little bit more. Dracula probably will RNG the heck out of me. Oh, this is tough. So we are giving our hand away next. He's snapping. His Dracula's not going to get much value from our hand. We know that. We probably play Devil Dinosaur because that is the biggest thing that we can play right now, and also the biggest thing that he could play. I don't think we take a risky Professor X. He might Shang-Chi left here, which may be why he snapped. But I like competing in middle with him with the Devil Dinosaur. He is depleting it. Oh, he is giving me an Apocalypse for the next turn? Does he realize that the hands are swapping? Okay, it gets rid of my Devil Dinosaur a little bit, but I now get an Apocalypse. His Dracula is only going to get buffed by, imagine, like 4 or 5. He could play Blue Marvel, which would help him out on the Hulk side. So we're either Apocalypse left or right here, obviously. He didn't have a Shang-Chi in his hand. We didn't have a Shang-Chi in his hand. If he played Blue Marvel middle, that would put him up to 0, 1, 2. Plus then Dracula hits one of my 4 costs. He'd still be behind. But if we were to play right, and then he plays that, we are more likely to lose. So I think we have to commit left. Dinosaur obviously goes down to 5. He plays Blue Marvel. And then it just comes down to what he hits. He hits a Carnage, and we win. Boom! Is there any merit playing anything else? I don't think so. Green Goblin there is nice. And he broods, so we fill that location up. So that's good. That's really good. He's going to be playing most likely Silver Surfer. So that means we play Cosmo right. And then he can't Surfer. Do we save the Cosmo as a surprise? Probably not, just because we can't really play much else here. He could be playing Patriot. So it's not a guarantee at the moment. And judging by Mr. Fantastic being in there, he could go like, what, Patriot into Onslaught, which is quite good for him. But we just want as much power in the middle now as we can. Take Sarah. And he retreats. Okay, good. I think we were right. I think it was a Silver Surfer deck. So Mind Stone, I've said before, and I'll say it again, we snap when we get Mind Stone in our hand. I feel like he's going to try and do something here. Gamora, okay, so we negate Gamora, that's good. We don't get the Thanos draw, of course we don't, but he does retreat. Victory. What do I say? Mind Stone on 1. We snap. We've got Cosmo to counter anything on the right. I feel like we just Cosmo and Daredevil here. And then probably win. And White Tiger does nothing. Then we Devil Dinosaur right as well. Does he stay in the game here? Does he try and go for some sort of like sunspot play? Yeah, he retreats. Okay. Again, good cubage. You know the rule, everyone. We snap with Mind Stone. Do we Quinjet though? Quinjet allows us to then double stone next turn. But we can also Mind Stone now, and then we can Quinjet plus stone, which is fine as well. Well, it looks like we might lose here. Let's see what he's got. He has got the blue marvel, but he does play it left, which could be significant here. Don't think it is. I think we lose on tiebreaker, yeah. Alright, well... He got the nuts. I maybe misplayed. I definitely misplayed by allowing him the free Mystique because I played it with Daredevil, but what do I do the other way is I like go right instead. But I just wouldn't make that play. If I had seen the Daredevil, which I should have done, I would have just gone like heavy with like Devil Dinosaur or something like that. Oh, that's a tough one to swallow. All right, let's do our last deck of the video, which is going to be I Am Quinevitable. Just wanted to be creative with my deck. Name, not really the best, but you know we'll work on this one. But this is fairly similar to some of the other stuff, except this is like around Wave. It's around Magic. You've got She-Hulk, Death. Like you've got loads of stuff that you can play, and you've even got some of those bounce mechanics as well with Beast. So we'll Time Stone middle. I'm gonna She-Hulk and I'm gonna Power Stone. But I think I'm just gonna play Beast as some sort of body on the left there. Play Brood in the middle, which does give him the lead. We can Mind Stone for fuel, and then we play Wave. Just to stop him from doing Silver Surfer shenanigans in the last turn. Magic's not going to help us now. And we probably get a deflating loss to finish the video. So our only real play is Thanos left. And Killmonger? Because we've probably lost middle here. No, we don't want to kill Killmonger, so we don't want to kill the Power Stone. That's too... So we Soul Stone left as well. It's not completely over. I think we lose, but... He just plays Silver Surfer. Which actually I think we... Oh, we lose by 1. Ooh. So that is unfortunately a deflating end to the video. It's a tough loss, but overall I had a lot of fun playing with Thanos. I'm so glad I purchased him. I think he's a really cool card, and I think if I got better at navigating some of these decks and maybe just honing in on one way to win, then that could really be some serious cube gainage, and I'm going to try my best to take it up the ranks a little bit. But we went, what, 0-1 on 3 of the decks. Then we went 5-1, we went 4-1, and we went 1-1. So overall, we're still positive with wins. So still a fairly successful day. There was some questionable snaps, but I was sticking to my morals where if I got Mind Stone, I snapped. But very fun. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching. Let me know if you want to see any other cards tried. I don't have all the cards. I mean, this is like one of my biggest cards that I've actually been able to get. But if there's some decks you want to see me try, or if there's any challenges you have for me, or just let me know in the comments like what kind of cards you're enjoying or what cards you're looking forward to as well. As always, like and subscribe. It will really help this channel grow, because I would love to do more Marvel Snap stuff. Take care. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you next time.